¡Mira, mira, mira! ¡Qué locura, tú! ¿Te imaginas a un robot jugando videojuegos mejor que un humano? Pues no es ciencia ficción, es lo que vamos a explorar en este vídeo porque están invadiendo los FPS el tema de los cheaters. ¿Y qué ocurre? Que ahora se ha creado la mejor idea, que es un robot mecanizado que no va a detectar ningún tipo de anti-cheat, el cual puede jugar a cualquier videojuego con chetos, básicamente, pero no los puede detectar. ¿Por qué? Porque es que es imposible. Básicamente porque es un robot como yo que coge un teclado y un ratón y juega. Lo que pasa es que tiene unos cheats activados con los ojos que le han creado para ver todo lo que pasa en el juego y reaccionar a ello. Quédate para verlo porque esto es impresionante. Yo no me había topado con algo de este estilo. Vamos a verlo y vamos a flipar en colores. Al lío, que esto es interesante. Mirad lo que está creando. Tiene ojos.
It only has a mouse and keyboard plugged in.
Oh my goodness.
Then there's never been an anti-cheat that could detect this.
No matter how advanced.
No lo puede detectar ningún antitrampas.
So I'm not crazy.
Waldo.
3 years ago, I made a little joke about how the newest cheats in FPS games are basically like a robot sitting at your computer playing the game for you. How because the cheats are set up this way, they are impossible to detect.
Madre mía.
So I've taken everything I've learned over the past 3 years and turned that joke into a reality. To test the theory we've had all along that cheats can be detected entirely from the gameplay footage alone. To prove that it's possible and one day save FPS games.
Ha creado esto este tío para intentar salvar los FPS porque dice que está lleno de mierda. O sea, es imposible jugar a cualquier juego de FPS con las chetadas que hay. Como estáis viendo, aquí ha hecho un poquito una lectura para ver qué es cheater, no cheater, etc, etc. Y esto es lo que va a ser el robot que vamos a ver más adelante. Ahora pasar un poquito más para adelante. Tiene que hacer un brazo. Está creando el brazo del robot que va a coger el ratón. Esto es increíble, ¿eh? No estoy haciendo trampa. A ver, trampa está haciendo, lo que pasa es que no es trampa para las antitrampas, ¿no? Vamos a decir. Bueno, para crear esto tienes que tener muchísimo dinero, lo primero. Fija. Ahí ya tiene montado el brazo. Tiene que montar dedos, ojos, y no me ha dado tiempo a ver lo otro.
Why is there always so many wires?
When I was in second grade, my teacher, Miss Taylor, gave all us kids this little competition for the last week of school. She told us all to start our own business in the class. She gave us a few $100 of fake money in these little blue boxes to exchange with the other kids.
Ahí está la mano, tú. Claro, que tú lo tienes que utilizar como dos dedos, ¿no? Realmente, y moverlo. Para moverlo y agarrarlo. Ya tiene el brazo y la mano.
Let's tell all the other kids that at the end of the class they have to store their money with us in our bank for just a small fee. And the teacher didn't stop it. She thought it was a decent idea. So we realized that if the teacher's going along with this, we can charge whatever fee we want. And so a couple days in, we are absolutely balling, bro. We were rolling in it. See, the teacher
la que está liando este tío, chaval. Ahí está montando la mano en el brazo. Lo coge solo y lo mueve solo. Ya tiene los dedos. El brazo robótico para moverlo. O sea, una PC solo completa para los ojos, que parece ser que son 2 cámaras. No sé cómo será esto.
Big shout out to Micro Center for that one.
I'm studying mechanical engineering.
Well, you'll like the one I'm working on now. A robotic arm grabs the mouse, literal aimbot, and it's not against the.
aim.
Exactly.
That's
So.
insane,
And
man.
then one
Madre mía, estoy en la tienda trabajando y me viene este tío diciendo que va a crear un brazo robótico para hacer jugar FPS, me quedo loco.
that will receive the serial data from the eyes and send it to the first brain.
O sea, los ojos lo va a enviar aquí y luego lo envía al brazo para que pueda moverlo y poder matar a la gente.
That all sounds super complex to my gorilla brain, and so I was wondering if maybe there was something that already existed I could just slightly modify for my solution.
This is how traditional hardware aim cheats work. You got your gaming PC. It's running the game. It sends the video feed.
Esto es lo que es hackear. O sea, un ordenador hackea, lo manda al ordenador. Tienes aquí el teclado y ratón. Lo pasas a una capturadora. Aquí tienes el otro cheto, el otro PC que tiene el cheto. Y aquí, pues lo ejecutas. Esto es lo que conocemos nosotros como DMA.
To your monitor, but also sends it to a capture card. The cheat PC is running some sort of machine-learned model that identifies where on the screen the enemies are.
O sea, tiene un programa que detecta dónde están los enemigos en todo
Sort of
momento.
machine-learned model where aim cheats work. You got your gaming PC. It's running the game. It sends the video feed to your monitor, but also sends it to a capture card. The cheat PC is running some sort of machine-learned model that identifies where on the screen
Bof. Ahí está.
the enemies are. And sends mouse data to either Raspberry Pi or Arduino, feeds it into the gaming PC, assisting your aim.
Mom, I'm gonna be a streamer.
Sound a little
Voy a
complex?
ser
but maybe
streamer.
there's not a lot of people doing that. It's freely available on GitHub with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of users. A computer is playing the game for you. How do you feel, man? Now, a traditional
Que realmente puede jugar para ti la computadora totalmente. O sea, sin tú estar en casa. Que esto ahora lo vemos como una locura y es algo que cuesta, pues yo que sé, a lo mejor te cuesta 30.000 o 40.000 euros o yo que sé lo que te cueste esto. Pero esto, dentro de unos años, a ver qué pasa, ¿eh?
dinosaur anti-cheat might look at these two devices and say, oh, a second mouse plugged in.
Está diciendo que, bueno, que los anti-cheat no lo detectan, ¿no? Que por qué tienes 2 ratones,
A COM device.
por qué tienes un dispositivo enchufado aquí.
Capture card and consider you slightly less trustworthy. So, if you've played an FPS game in the past like 5 years, you know that this method sucks.
Este va contra las trampas, como quien dice, porque está hasta los cojones. Pero claro, ¿qué ocurre? Que todo esto, yo por ejemplo tengo una capturadora conectada, dos teclados, todo el rollo, entonces los anti-cheat yo creo que eso no lo pueden, vamos, pillar porque realmente puedes hacer un doble PC sin llevar mierda,
It's
¿sabes?
primarily because you can combine the mouse movement into one before it ever enters the PC, or plug the mouse directly into that device and then into the PC and spoof it to where it just looks like a mouse. So they're not going to ban you for having a mouse plugged in, are they? To play an
Qué locura,
FPS
¿eh?
game? So that is
One of the many reasons.
why traditional anti-cheat sucks.
I would never
Los
just blatantly
anti-cheats
show myself
son una
using these
mierda.
cheats in the video, 'cause then people wouldn't trust me as a streamer.
Aquí está con VS, que está haciendo historias ahí, cosas de... Fua, una movida ahí que yo no entiendo una mierda.
I got cheats. They can't be detected. They're running on my mouse.
And this was basically 2 of my brains down, and the
Ya tiene el cheat PC, el Arduino 1 y el robot Arduino. Le falta el robot Arduino y los ojos.
only one remaining was the one actually on the robotic arm. And I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but I don't actually know what I'm doing.
I write spaghetti code from ChatGPT.
But now, I can move that motor. I can move the motor.
Ahora puede moverlo. Ya lo está moviendo. O sea, es que está poniendo todo el proceso.
So much more than
Mira
just
cómo se
basic
mueve.
movement.
O sea, da la tecla.
Than just basic. That was great, but it had to do
Mira,
so much
pum,
more
se mueve.
than just basic movement.
Ahí lo estará configurando.
Baby, we better play some video games.
So I thought.
Implement inverse kinematics.
Dude, someone said that in a comment section.
Oh, you don't know what inverse kinematics are? That's okay. ChatGPT doesn't really know either.
Kicked it, you are, gosh. I gotta look this guy up. Yeah, this will be the last time you leave a well-written, smart comment that accurately depicts my problem in a very specific way.
Apparently, it's like the trigonometric, it's trigonometry, functions
Madre
if you
mía,
want the
tú.
robotic
O sea,
arm
tiene
to
un
move
Cristo ahí de
easily
cojones.
forward and backward while staying level across the table. It has to move both motors, and it has to know that bro is thinking how fast and how far to move each
O
motor.
sea, tiene que moverse cada motor, claro. Buah.
Where it knows the like length of the arm.
It's the
Claro.
hardest thing I've
Ahí
ever done.
pega, tiene que hacer pruebas.
I'm sure there are people watching
Configurarlo, qué locura.
that are like,
Mira, ya tiene la mano puesta ahí.
I think I agree with you. I just have days and days and days of footage.
Do you have a degree in anything?
No,
Like,
man, I've got ChatGPT in a dream.
I've-
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, have you heard of inverse kinematics? Have you ever heard that term?
Inverse kinematic?
Dude.
Dude, I'm starting to study it, so that's like
Oh, really?
I know it's all the way at the end.
Dude.
I spent an
Fua.
entire day creating a prompt
Madre mía.
to ChatGPT.
Oh my goodness.
O sea, con ChatGPT, o sea, con inteligencia artificial.
It's a drawing robot, but then I'm a YouTuber and I would have clicked it because it wouldn't look like friggin' the thumbnail. It was the
Don't
thumbnail.
worry about moving them both at the same time later. Delta Y.
Tercera semana, ¿eh? A ver lo que hace ahora. Qué locura,
Which brings
después
us
de
all
tanto
the way back to
tiempo.
here.
This is how it feels doing trigonometry.
So Delta Y and X commands now move the robotic arm.
Lo ha puesto todo correcto, las medidas y todo. Madre mía.
Doing this, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
So I quickly and efficiently and easily changed it to where mouse input essentially sends those.
Ya tiene todo. Ahora le faltan los ojos.
I'm scared. Oh.
Dios, o sea,
Oh.
lo que mueve el ratón derecho,
So I started to
o
feel
sea, el de los cheats,
something
mueve el
started-
brazo. Qué locura.
Oh, baby. We're cooking.
Todo lo que mueva ese ratón es lo que va a reproducir en el juego. Legal, el robot. Aquí está creando el cuerpo del robot.
Cool toys with like rubber bands and propellers. We've been looking at them all week. So Friday comes around, last day of the competition. Blake and I come to the class knowing we're gonna buy everything. We're gonna buy it all up. We walk back to our bank in the corner, and our blue boxes of cash are gone. Just gone. We start to panic, bro. We're around.
O sea, aquí lo que está haciendo, está creando Está creando un aparato que simula, vamos, lo que hace los dedos del robot para ir dando a las teclas y que se vaya moviendo. Bueno.
Everyone's gonna spend their money. We're not gonna make anymore. So we had the most money by far, but it was just gone, dude. Janitor took it. So
Los
instead of
ojos, a
using
ver.
the capture card plugged into the gaming PC, you plug the capture card into the cheats PC with just a camera.
Which is looking at the screen.
My goodness. That's running entirely off the camera's feed.
That movement data is then sent over serial USB to Arduino. That same Arduino that we used for the cheats then just
Madre.
sends its mouse movement HID data to the robot itself, which is touching the mouse and keyboard
O sea, en
with
cuanto-
its hands. The same
Bueno.
way that you and I would touch the mouse and keyboard, which means
Estás totalmente humanizado.
the gaming PC is isolated.
There was only
Está-
one small problem with this setup.
Totalmente aislado, tú.
PC
Es que es una locura. O sea, todo esto lo tienes detrás. Y esto está aislado como que no es cheating. O sea, no es trampa todo esto. Madre mía, tú.
isolated.
There was only one small problem.
Pequeño problema. A ver. Tiene que pasar la capturadora, o sea, tiene que pasar lo que ve el monitor, o sea, el robot, que esto es lo legal, vamos a decir, a la capturadora de aquí a aquí, de aquí al brazo, para que lo pueda hacer todo en el juego.
I'm literally gonna be a streamer.
The cheats are running on this PC with an older GPU. The capture card is external.
Es
and the
externo
monitor is
y el
a
monitor es
lower
inferior.
refresh rate.
I'm a pro. I'm a
Claro,
pro.
iba a tener
gamer.
problemas. Madre mía, está matando a todo el mundo, tú.
Closely, you can see that the
A lo
aim is
loco.
kind of springing back and forth
Fíjate, es que
because
es un
the
aimbot,
top
¿eh?
cheats are making calculations based on old information. So if I plugged this into my robot, with the added latency of the robotics itself, it wouldn't work at all. And the solution isn't always a giant beefy PC from Micro Center, but when it is, man am I glad.
Vamos, que se va a gastar 200.000 euros en otro ordenador.
I mean latency.
I got forklift certified.
Micro Center flew me out to their new Miami, Florida location. Just my face literally every time I walk into Micro Center.
I'm putting it inside one of these.
Y va a montarse aquí el PC.
Or really worth, especially if you're building individually or
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Ryzen.
and shout out to of Team Group RAM, an MSI liquid cooled 4090, and this 4K.
Vale, aquí está diciendo que tiene una latencia de 140
also does 1080p 480 Hz. And quick
y lo va
side note, shout out
quitando.
to Micro Center for hooking it up with
Quiere
the sets.
la menos latencia
While I
posible.
was there, I think they saw that I needed it.
Porque está utilizando un PC bastante
All
malo.
of that combined should significantly reduce the latency.
Reduce la latencia a 43 milisegundos.
Processing the necessary information. So in theory, I should be able to just connect them together, and if I did everything right, the robot should be able to just start playing the game the same way we would.
Not even a capture card. There is literally not a chance, a single way, no matter how advanced it is, aside from accessing a webcam and looking at you and seeing that you're a robot, a
Vaya
kernel
ojos.
anti-cheat can never detect this because it's literally just a mouse and keyboard plugged in. There has never been an anti-cheat that can detect this ever until now.
O sea, es imposible que lo detecten como los chetos de DMA, que dicen que lo están detectando, ¿eh? Pero esto sería muy parecido, yo creo. Waldo. El robot Waldo.
goal from the beginning has been to be able to detect cheating from video gameplay footage alone.
How confident are you with your experience that
This is Matt, aka Gold. He has a PhD in machine learning.
that would work, let's say,
O sea, aquí va a estar hablando con él.
accuracy?
Very confident. You need a lot of data and, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, but extremely confident.
With his expertise and years of working on this in the background with Recon Samurai, we finally
O sea, está hablando a Tokiski, gente que sepa de estas cosas.
of visual cheat detection.
The player moved their mouse like this, therefore this is, you know, correlated with
Yeah.
only cheaters move their mouse like that.
Let me put it this way. Imagine your name is Johnny. And Johnny, you never forget anything. With the perfect memory, you can see every single pixel on the screen and you're watching the cross
Mira,
closely,
buah.
frame by frame. And you
Va
see
cuadro, cuadro.
50 million hours of this game. And you know what it looks like to play without cheats. And you've also seen about 25 million hours of gameplay from someone who is cheating. So now, Johnny, with your excellent memory and all of that data, look at this clip. And is this person cheating?
Okay, and so explain this like graph to me on what it's saying about the clips that it tested.
So let's explain what's going on here.
These green bars basically represent bins of clips placed at different scores. The higher the score, the higher the likelihood of the clip in that bin is cheating.
The problem is,
Vale. Aquí está viendo más o menos la probabilidad de que le pillen haciendo trampa, que lo detecte.
basically, you pick a threshold that says yes, cheater or not.
The height of the green bar represents how many clips are in that bin.
Let's look at the output real fast now. So here's the these are all non-cheating
okay.
clips.
Not cheater, cheater y Nick cheater. Joder.
So in this moment, after years of being called crazy,
Ah, claro, esto lo ha estado testeando durante mucho tiempo.
after all this time, people
Después de-
call me crazy. Say, it's impossible. You can't get that data from the screen?
Just from a frame by frame analysis, machine learning can determine like an anomaly if it matches an aim assist.
Yep.
Okay.
Te van a poner aim assist también.
Not crazy.
No, you've been validated.
So it works, but can it tell if
Fíjate
my
cómo es el robot, tú.
is cheating?
¿Para vosotros esto es trampa o no es trampa? Para mí me parece esto... que se jode los juegos, ¿eh? Ponedme en los comentarios. Fíjate que tiene ojos y todo, tú.
Servo motors on the fingers. There they go.
Bueno. Esto es el final, ¿eh? Así es como se ve el robot desde fuera. Un trípode de cables, el ratón puesto por aquí con la mano, el teclado aquí, con el aparato este que va tecleando para abajo, luego todo conectado al otro ordenador que es el que hace la trampa. No lo he probado todavía, es la primera vez.
So the only thing I should have to do now is start the program. Oh, dude. And turn the motors on.
Motores encendidos. Enciende los motores.
Testing movement.
No le va.
Based on ChatGPT's explanation, what's happening here is Arduino 1 is essentially not
No le
understanding
funciona.
Arduino 2.
Hola, qué liada, tú.
Point of failure that I didn't test, and I didn't know what to do. Like this was it.
Buah, tú, qué liada. Ahora tiene que mirar a ver qué coño pasa.
Instead of translating the data from serial data to mouse data, I could just send the serial data straight to the robot. And I still, to this very moment, do not understand exactly how it worked. Like, it doesn't make
todo esto
sense
hablando con
that in the end
ChatGPT,
it worked and, like, nothing was inverted, and it just, like, took off.
Buah. Ahí le funciona.
Oh my goodness.
Mira, mira, mira. ¡Qué locura, tú!
No! No! I just need to adjust.
Bueno, 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 bueno.
Ah!
Mira cómo va dando así.
It's cracked! I mean, I'm cracked. This is me. Yo, can you fix it? Okay.
Mira, 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 mira.
Oh, I'm insane.
Bueno, 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 bueno.
I'm cracked.
Mira cómo lo va detectando en el programa.
Run it again and I'm up
Que lleva
to
cheats.
sensitivity. Oh, it's hitting every freaking shot, dude. Good, so I can adjust it so that the finger starts closer to the mouse.
Más cerca del ratón.
Oh, I'm just gonna adjust it.
Se puede ajustar todo lo que quiere.
Can't get over it. Okay, I'm gonna dial it in now.
Madre mía.
Dial it in hard. The time that it's taking for the finger to travel to the mouse is what's making it miss.
Madre mía.
After
Madre
all
mía, o
this
sea-
time and all this work, I have a robot that's hitting flick shots on its own. Oh my goodness, dude.
Qué locura, en verdad,
Oh my goodness. Okay, I am in awe. Oh!
Es como va dando clic, tío. Qué lo...
Like every single kill is just data for the
La
Do
puta
not- it wasn't until I
inteligencia
was, like, 20
artificial.
years old, I was thinking back to that sad day in second grade, and it finally hit me. The janitor didn't take our money. Miss Taylor changed her mind. She knew we would
Todos los
buy
clips.
everything. And she knew she messed up. She didn't think it was fair, decided she had to hide the money. She knew we would buy everything. You see, competition without a line in the sand is just worthless. It's chaos. There is no competition. It's people making their own rules. And I'm not saying that everyone's playing with a
Tú tienes un
robot
puto
at all,
cerebrito,
but what
eh.
I'm saying is they might as well be.
This is the moment. This is just, what does it think of the robot playing? What score does it give the clips? Oh my goodness.
Fíjate tú. O sea, esto no lo va a detectar
Works, but here's the
ni un
It's a
anti-cheat,
super rough estimate, but the cost to make sure that we get enough clean data and enough cheating data, it costs about $3 billion. It costs about $3 billion. This concept works, and one day it will be implemented. I don't know how long that will take.
Claro,
What's
es
the
que es la
solution
movida.
Right now. Well, I actually have a way that you can help right now. So, at the same time that we've been working on this, Recon Samurai has been developing a server-side cheat detection that fundamentally works the same. We already have set up a server in the game Operation Harsh Doorstop, which is free to download, and the plugin is free, and it records your aim data while you're playing. It doesn't matter if you're cheating or not cheating. Right now, we're gathering data in that game. So if you want
Está reuniendo todos los datos. Madre
to
mía.
help the project, it's as simple as playing that game, play on our server. Right now, our goal is to implement the server side of Waldo into some indie games, some other FPS games to do further testing. And so
O sea, está intentando humanizar más aún al robot para que sea imposible que lo detecte un anti-cheat.
if you're out there, if you're developing an FPS game, or if you're in contact with
Con la
someone
gente
developing
jugando
FPS
en su
we have a
servidor.
landing page where you can reach out to us, and we're gonna put this in your game. As for the robot itself, I don't know. I think if you guys want, I could maybe send it into matchmaking since it's not breaking any rules. Quick before they change them.
Qué locura, tú.
Felt like I was literally
Qué locura,
taken
tú.
by God. Like just like a fight there on like a way to
O sea, este tío es un puto cerebrito, ¿eh? Qué puta barbaridad. O sea, un robot. Y lo que está haciendo ahora, bueno, es que la locura máxima es lo que hemos visto cuando empieza a hacer clic, 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 clic y así va siguiendo todo. Es una puta barbaridad. Pero ¿cómo va a detectar? O sea, no va a detectar el DMA, van a detectar un puto robot que está sentado en una silla. Ah, bueno, joder, sentar un puto trípode. Esto es increíble, ¿eh? O sea, esto es increíble. Yo no lo había visto, algo parecido, la verdad. He flipado cuando lo he visto. He reaccionado aquí un poco con vosotros. cuando lo vi un poco al principio dije, ¿qué coño es esto? Si os ha gustado el contenido y os gusta este tipo de vídeos que podemos ver aquí, pues lo traeré más, pero es flipante lo que puede llegar a hacer el ser humano. Este tío es un puto cerebrito. Y nada, tenéis el vídeo en bruto, vamos, el vídeo suyo en la descripción por si queréis verlo. Está en inglés, he intentado traducirlo de esta manera un poquito así bruta, la verdad, porque es por Google Traductor. Y nada, eso es. Espero que os haya llegado... Hola, hola, hola. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo. Es una barbaridad esto. Y nada, Black Ops 6 le espera estas cosas. Por eso la anti-cheat 2.0, ¿no? De Ricochet. Se vienen robots. Y se viene la magia, amigos. Nos vemos. Que vaya bien. Chau, chau.